Hello and welcome to Hot Money Technicals on Bloomberg Quint Live, India's first digital live streaming business news service. This is the show which gets you a complete wrap of all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. I'm Darshan Mehta. Let's welcome our guests on the show. Joining us today are technical analyst and mentor Fidai, Rajat Venkatraman of Chart Advice, and Kkunal Parar of Choice Broking. Many thanks to all of my guests for coming in today and joining us. Before we begin with the show with our analyst, let's get in Yash Upadhyay, who has a chart on United Spirits. Yash, it's been a while since anyone spoke about United Spirits here, but what does the chart indicate?
So there's a sell signal coming in on United Spirits, Darshan. So I'll talk first about the indicator that we've used, and we're using the MACD indicator over here. The lower panel over here, that shows the MACD indicator, and the blue line, which is the MACD line, that has given a negative crossover. So it has crossed below the white line, which is the signal line, to give a negative crossover. Now coming back to the price chart, a most important thing that I want to highlight over here is the pink line over here, which is the 200-day moving average. Now this is the the daily time frame chart for United Spirits, and the 200-day moving average was taken out around the mark of almost about 525, 530, but at the highest level, which was close to around 600, that is where the stock had reached in the month of March, and then it took almost about 3 to 4 months for it to come back again to these levels, and now it has slowly started coming off again. The 200-day moving average has acted as a strong support for the counter over the last 3 to 4 trading sessions. It has managed to close above it, with some of its days lows being very close to the 200-day moving average. Shouldn't manage to fall below the 200-day moving average, and as we've seen historically, whenever this crossover has also tend to happen, we've seen the stock to fall on an average close to 10 to 15%. So crucial levels to watch out for as far as United Spirits is concerned.
Okay, many thanks for that, Yash. We'll watch out for United Spirits, 568 currently. NS, what's your sense? Should someone sell United Spirits now?
I wouldn't do that right now, but
okay.
If it starts trading below 555, then I would be uncomfortable and I would go on the long side rather. So yes, then what Yash said would become very obvious, and the stock can go all the way up to at least 520, 525.
Okay, down to 520.
Yeah, so
okay.
Means if it breaks 555.
Okay, then it will go all the way to 520. But at this point of time, you wouldn't
I wouldn't do that, yeah.
Okay, 568. What's your sense, Raja? What should one do?
Yeah, right now it is just trading at a resistance, and there is some selling pressure. But overall, the stock is sideways, and unless and until it breaks the 525, 530 zone, one should not be really selling into the stock and actually use any the trading range for sell on rallies and buy on dip approach.
Okay, Kkunal, what's your sense on United Spirits?
Since last 4 days, stock has been trading in a range of 560 to 585, and right now there is a strong support of 565 200 DMA, and as well as one more support is there at 558. So at this level, I'll wait and watch. If it breaks 558, then I'll go for a short for the target of 520, 510.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. I think the consensus view is that hold on, don't do anything at this point of time. If it goes below crucial levels, close to 550, that is the level that probably you should start looking at in shorting the counter. But that's the view on United Spirits. It's been rather range bound over the past few days. Let's start with the first stock, and it's a stock which probably has been on a downtrend ever since it hit highs of in excess of 10,000. Maruti now at almost below the 6,000 level. No one thought that could come in. Here you could see in probably mid 2017 it hit the 10,000 and then probably never came back to that level. What's your sense? Is it time to buy Maruti?
It's actually just we are a few rupees away where we can buy Maruti. If you see this a very strong long-term trend line, and if you see the time, like it's since 2013 almost. Since 2013, it's almost 6 years. This support has not been violated, and I believe it shouldn't get violated right now also. So right now, though it is trading around 5,900, 5,950 approximately, we have very good support area. One can buy it at between 5875, 5845. This is where the trend line comes, though it is it doesn't show much because there's a monthly chart. If we see on daily chart, there is something very beautiful. So can we have daily chart, please?
Okay, let me see if we have it or no.
Yeah, we have it. Yeah.
The daily chart, please. Yeah, you can just explain. That will come in.
The thing is, on daily chart, there is a parallel channel. This is where that is happening in this area on daily chart. Okay. So it's also coming to very similar area. The support is almost in that same area.
Okay, since before the daily chart comes in, can you just explain how you got this red line? Why is it important?
I have connected the major bottoms. if you see on the downside from 2013, I have connected major bottoms that had happened in the historical on the chart historically. So when you connect that, you get a long-term trend line. Now this is a huge long-term support. Like all of the people are looking at a fall, but if you see currently, this fall was very sharp here in this, and then we had a small dips here. But overall, if you see, this has gone into a sluggish and sideways zone. And usually what happens is like people usually watch out for this breakdown. They are all watching for this breakdown. Nobody is watching the chart from this perspective.
So what level is this red line at
That
here?
is 5845, 5850.
And if that gets broken, then
We have a huge violation, then it could go much deeper. But we have two perspectives here. One is this long-term support, which is like on weekly, monthly chart. And this is the short-term support, which we have the flag here.
okay, can we have? I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if you see this, it's not violating that on daily chart also. It's holding in this area only. So best area to go long is today around or in few days when it comes to 5845, 5850. Between 5845, 5875, you can keep buying opportunity.
What's
It is
your
a buying
stop loss?
opportunity. Keep a stop loss below 5800, and you can expect the target on the upside at to minimum 6200 to 6500.
In the short term.
In the short term, within 3 months, it could happen. 6,000 you can see in very short term, maybe 6,200 in maybe 1.5 months also.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. Thanks so much for that, Dinesh. What's your sense, Raja? Maruti, it could go either way. A lot of people telling short, a couple of people saying buy at these levels. What side are you on?
Yeah, looking at the weekly charts, the charts continue to exhibit weakness, and the recent triangle breakdown which we have seen, it's actually projecting a target of 5,300 on the extreme side. But right now, whatever rally we are seeing are witnessing some selling pressure. So I would be a sell on rally in Maruti unless and until it moves above 6,300, 6,400.
Okay, at this point of time.
At this point of time, I would await a rally and use that rally to sell into.
Okay, Kunal, which side are you on Maruti?
Darshan, at this level, my strategy would be like wait and watch, because the stock has already given a breakdown of its descending triangle formation, and the lower band stood at 6,500, and after that, after giving a breakout, stock right now trading is 5,913, and even on a weekly chart, the stock has given a breakdown of its 200 weeks moving average. So these two breakdowns are like major breakdowns for the Maruti, and at this level, I'll not go for short, because at this level risk reward is not at favorable side. So my strategy at this level is like wait and watch strategy. Any rally in the counter one can use as a sell on rise.
Okay, so I think it's a contrarian view that's coming in in fact, it is NS's view which is actually contrarian at this point of time, and the consensus remains sell on rally. NS is recommending accumulate at lower levels. So that's Maruti, could go either way. The next chart is from Raja this time around, and it's on the Nifty, and pretty much Nifty is trading at day's low at this point of time. But we're looking at more like a positional strategy that Raja would give, not an intraday strategy. I believe that's a positional strategy that you're talking about.
So what I have seen is this is the I have a concept called as Pitchfork, and this is the trigger line where the prices are consolidating. And also at this level, there is a cluster support which you can see from the May rise which we saw. So we are having some Fibonacci cluster levels out here, and that's why the prices are halting at those levels and they are attempting a rebound. So what I'm seeing here is a oversold level which has been seen in the Nifty, and where we could witness a rebound, and that's why I'm advocating a contrarian view here and proposing a buy at current levels with a stop loss below 11,470, where you could expect an upside, even if you get a relief rally, you can get up to 11,650, 11,715 within the next 2 days.
So that's a very, very short stop loss that you get. It's already at 11,500. So you're saying a 30-point stop loss for the Nifty?
Yeah, below this candle low.
Which is?
This is around 11,470 on the futures, and here also it's around 11,490. So below 11,470 you can place a stop loss, and you could go in for a...
So is this a short-term strategy that you're recommending, or...
For the next, you can take it for the series.
Okay, series. And what kind of levels do you expect?
First target is 11,650.
Okay.
Then 11,750.
Okay, so it's a bullish call that's coming in on the Nifty. Thanks so much for that, Raja. Kunal, would you buy the Nifty at 11,500? For simple 3 days, is 11,500.
Yes, Darshan, I'll buy definitely because on a weekly chart yesterday Nifty made a low of 460 and exactly where the lower band of a rising channel formation comes and even 21 weeks moving average comes. So multiple supports are there. So definitely I'll go for a buy with the SL of 450 and I'm seeing 650, 700 would be there.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. NS, what's your sense on the Nifty?
Actually, yesterday also like stock took a very good support at means the trend line, support trend line, rising support trend line, and now we are seeing a bit of consolidation in that area. What we need to see is the yesterday's low should not be violated. Till it is not violated, whatever my two colleagues are saying is quite possible, and you can see maybe 11,650 on the upside. But if tomorrow yesterday's low gets violated, if it gets broken, then we can see a major down move and it can go all the way up to 11,200 or 11,250 approximately.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Nifty. Raja, since you've mentioned the Nifty, do you share a similar view on the Bank Nifty also? Would that also be something that you would accumulate?
Bank Nifty, I would wait for a while because at current levels of 30,500, it is placed in a much better position than Nifty. So if Nifty were to revive, then Bank Nifty also will.
And which stocks have you seen that that gives you a bullish view on the Nifty? Which stocks you think that will carry the Nifty higher?
One stock is I'm finding some supports on L&T, and I'm also finding some supports on TCS. And along with that, even SBI has come down into some supports. So overall, I feel that now with this oversold situation which we are seeing in the markets over the last 2 to 3 days, we could actually receive a relief rally, and that's why I'm advocating a buy with a very small stop loss.
Okay, that's the view that's coming on Nifty. Very quickly, just since we've on the topic of Nifty, and let's include Bank Nifty also. And what's your view on the Bank Nifty?
For Bank Nifty, see, major support is around 30,150. If that is violated, then we have a very big gap, and this Bank Nifty can fall almost to 29,500.
Okay.
So we need to be very careful on the short side, long side right now. But overall, Bank Nifty is much more stronger compared to Nifty, I would say.
Okay, your sense, Kkunal, very quickly, Bank Nifty.
Well, there's some downside support comes at 300, 350. Okay, and yesterday it made a low of 346, and after it gave a closing green. So if it breaks 350, definitely we will see a downside movement up to the level of somewhere around 30,000 and 29,560. So at this level, if it sustain above 350, we may see a good bounce back.
Okay, that's the view. Come on, Kkunal, it's your turn now for the next chart, and that is Vidhya Paints. We took a detour with the discussion on the indices, but yes, Vidhya Paint, should you buy at this point of time?
Yes, Darshan, at this point, definitely I'll go for a buy. As you can see over here, it's a daily chart, and on a daily chart, the stock has been trading in symmetrical triangle formation. This is the first time, this is the second time, and this is the third time the stock is taking a support of its lower band of the formation. So yesterday it made a hammer candlesticks with the support of its lower band of the formation. So it clearly indicates that there is a bullish reversal indication, and bounce back is there. So based on the daily chart, it clearly indicates that we may see a good bounce back in the counter. Plus on a monthly chart, there is a good support of its 21 months moving average. Okay, over here you can see from over, stock has been continuously taking the support of its 21 months moving average over here, and you can see over here it's here, and this is, and so one can say one can expect the same replicate movement in the counter. So based on this 21 months moving average plus symmetrical triangle formations movement, my view is like bullish on the stock.
What's the relevance of 21 months? Why have you taken 21 months and not something else?
I am observing this 21 months since long, and
so it's your
yes.
interpretation, or is there a fixed?
No, it's my interpretation,
okay.
And many stocks is giving a respecting to 21 months.
Okay, it's 307 right now. Should you buy now?
Yes, my buying range is 309 to 305. Right now it is trading at 307, so it's a good buying opportunity. SL would be at 298, which is exactly the lower band of the formation, and 330 would be my target, which is the upper band of the formation.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Vidhya Paints. NS, what's your sense on Vidhya Paints? Would you buy?
Buy on dips would be my advice. Like I would like to buy around 300, 301 and keep a stop loss below 295.
Okay.
So otherwise, the stock looks good. The pattern is very strong, but should not be violated. That's the reason like I would prefer to buy at lower risk rather than at this current juncture.
Okay, Raja, what's your sense?
Yeah, the stock has been taking a nice strong trendline support on the weekly charts. So at this level, it definitely looks to be a good opportunity for one to initiate a long. So I'm in agreement with his view that we could initiate a long here.
Okay, let's start with the second round for this time around. Fidai has a chart on Reliance Industry and is the second long call he has for today. Reliance obviously has been managing to hold on again after the TCS down move. We've seen again Reliance becoming again India's largest company by market capitalization, about the 8 lakh crore mark, and probably will be the only one right now. Why a buy right now?
Like same reason like we had in Maruti, very good support, though this is a shorter term compared to Maruti. Maruti was almost 8-9 years, 6 years, and this is only 1.5 years to 2 years. But see, this support is not being violated at all. Okay, and we are getting the opportunity to buy at very low risk area. Now, if you see this, like the stock is just come to this area, and this would be a very low risk where we can buy, and the support is very strong. Can we see daily chart, please? Okay, there is some one view over there. Yeah, if you see this.
No, this is not. I think there's
this is the one. Yeah, this is the next one.
I think we are having some bit of technical issues. Sometimes it does happen.
We have it here now. Yeah, so we have it here, and if you see on last this support again, the stock is making a very strong case of multiple touch points on this trend line, and it is just holding in that area. It needs to cross over above 1295. Once it does that, then it will get into a momentum, because this is where the above resistance line is getting cleared. Okay, and your area of buying is very near. Like if you buy around 1250, 1245, and you can keep a tight stop loss just below at 1235. So it's a very low risk area if you get to buy somewhere between 1250, 1245, and on crossover above 1295, the stock will gain momentum.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. Thanks so much for that, Dinesh. What's your sense, Raja? What should one do on Reliance Industries?
Yeah, looking at the chart of Reliance on the daily chart, the drop a few days ago was right down into the value area around 12,040. So which forms a good base for the prices, and it has been considering at those levels, and it's trying to move up. So I'm in agreement with NS that it is a very good low stop loss level from where you could initiate a buy, and if markets were to recover from here, and the stock, which is having a nice weightage on the indices, could definitely move up, and it could actually help the Nifty also recover. Okay, so I'm in agreement with a buy.
Okay, Kkunal, what's your sense?
Yes, yesterday it formed bullish engulfing candlesticks with the support of its upward rising trend line, and right now no doubt it is trading at lower level, but for positional target, if it plunge up to the level of 1265, 1260, it would become a good buying opportunity for the target of 1350. But for trading perspective, let it sustain about 21 DMAs, and right now 21 DMA comes at 1285, and it made a high of 1289. So if it sustain above 1285 for trading perspective, it will become a good. But for positional perspective, if it comes up to the level of 1260, it would become a good buying opportunity with the SL of 1248 for the target of 1350.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Reliance Industries. The next chart is from Raja, and this time it's on Voltas. So let's pull up the chart. It's a sell as per ADX. Explain why are you negative? Explain this ADX logic also.
Yeah, sure. So this entire chart of Voltas, if you see right from May, it has been moving in a ascending channel, and what we have witnessed right now is a ascending channel breakdown. And over the last few days, it has been consolidating at the lower levels, which clearly indicates that the bearishness continues to persist. Adding to this, I have used the concept of ADX DMI, where if you could open this lower panel, you will see here that the red line has now moved above a critical zone, and it is indicating that there is a fair amount of bearishness which is stepping in. And with the strength also tending to increase, you could see selling pressure emerging in this counter, and the channel breakdown which you are seeing on the price clearly indicates that there could be some more decline which could persist. So the channel breakdown target is around 545. So I have used this concept, and I am projecting a target of 545 in Voltas. So it's more like a positional play, and you could use rallies to sell into, because it has come down some bit, but yes, you can use rallies.
Till what level will you
rallies
start?
Towards 607 would be a good opportunity for one to initiate trade. And here also the stop loss, I have kept it at a minimum about 620 for a downside towards 545.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Raja. We'll ask our other guest. NS, what's your sense on Voltas?
One can go short on rise around 618, 619 and keep a tight stop loss like above 622. And on the downside, if it breaks 585, 580, then the fresh shorts can be initiated here.
Okay, Kkunal, what's your sense, Voltas?
It seems that on a weekly chart, the stock has been trading in a rectangle formation after August 2017. And during June, end of June, stock faced it was the third time that stock faced a resistance of 665 level. So from the present level, it shows a weakness, but at present level, I'll not go for a short. If it breaks, if it breaks 580, then I'm seeing more downside up to the level of 550, 530. So at present level, I'll wait and watch. If breaks 580, then I'll go for a short.
Okay, and the last chart is from Kkunal. It's on Amara Raja battery. So Kkunal, let's have the chart also. Let's have you here. Let's explain what the chart is. Okay, Amara Raja batteries. It's a buy call, I believe now.
Yes, it's a buy call, Darshan. And it's a monthly chart over here, Darshan. You can see that it's the yellow line. It's a 100 months moving average, okay? And right now the stock is taking a support of this 100 months moving average, and this is the first instance. And previous month the stock formed a hammer candlesticks formation with the support of this 100 months moving average. So it's a classical bullish reversal formation based on which I'm seeing a good bounce back in the counter. And on a daily chart, can we have a daily chart?
Yeah. Till that time, I just wanted to tell our viewers, I think we are facing a little bit of technical issues as far as our terminal is concerned. So bear with us today. You might see some pop-ups coming in, but yeah, we have the chart.
It's a daily chart. Over here, Darshan, you can see that's the ABCD harmonic formation. Stock has completed its ABCD harmonic formation at 565 level. Let me explain about it. ABCD, these C points completed at 50% of this AB point, and after this D point completed at 200% of this BC form. So overall, this stock has formed a ABCD harmonic formation, and it's a bullish harmonic formation. And right now, stock is trading above its 21 days moving average. So for trading perspective, it has become a positive. For positional perspective, the stock has formed a bullish ABCD harmonic formation. And over here, Darshan, you can see the stock has formed a positive divergence on a daily RSI. You can see over here. This is the higher low compared to the low of stocks. So based on this RSI perspective, based on this harmonic bullish ABCD and monthly chart, my view is like the stock may spurt in near term.
Okay, that's the view. Thanks so much for that. What's your sense, NS, on Amara Raja batteries?
Well, I would be a little bit contrarian here. I would like to go short on rise around 665. And would be buying at, means if it falls somewhere around 570, 575. So I have a different opinion here because the stock has, on the weekly chart, it is showing a strong weakness. It is not able to cross, its normal 18 DEMA. So that's been acting as a very strong resistance. Any price in that area should be used to sell, and also 665 has been a major support earlier. And it becomes difficult to violate that support. Now it has become the resistance now.
Okay, and what's your sense?
Yeah, the chart has been showing some recovery on the weekly charts, and around 665, 670 zone is what I would track. The momentum is showing signs of dissipation on the selling side. So if it moves above 670, I will definitely be a buyer in Amara Raja battery. Okay,
that's the view that's coming in on Amara Raja batteries. And before we end the show, let's get in Yash Upadhyay, who has a chart on Axis Bank. Yash, what does the chart indicate?
There's a sell signal coming in. It's a conditional sell on the trender. The green line, which is the trender line, that is at the mark of 780.5. The stock has come under a bit of a selling pressure today as well. It's down about 1.5%, quoting at the day's low, by the way, at 775. Now, as the condition stands, while it is comfortably below the mark of trender, shouldn't manage to close below these levels as well. We'll see that the trender would flip its color from green to red, and it has seen a spectacular rally from the levels of close to 550 to as high as 825, 830. But at the higher levels, it is seeing some amount of exhaustion. And on the weekly charts, if you see, the RSI has been making lower highs. So there's a third lower high that has been seen forming on the weekly charts on Axis Bank, and the trender indicator too suggesting that there could be some amount of weakness coming in for Axis Bank now.
Okay, what's your sense very quickly, NS? Axis Bank, would you sell?
Below 765, there is a big correction possible, but till then I would say 665 should be area where I would like to go long. So I have a contra view over there.
Okay, Raja, what's your sense?
Yeah, Axis Bank has been consolidating at the higher level, so I would actually stay away and not do anything right now.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense?
Right now, stock is trading at 775, and it is gonna break out of its yesterday's low. So my view is like one can go for trading perspective short side. Downside, I'm seeing up to the level of 760, 758.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Axis Bank. And before we end, obviously we need to address stock of the day, which is Indigo. If we can have that stock up very quickly, just a one-word answer or a very brief answer. NS Indigo, it's down almost 12%. Buy, sell, or stay away.
Today's low should be a very good area to go long if it comes again.
Which is?
And which is almost like today is 1313.
Month.
So that would be a good area to go long, I think.
Okay, buy at that level. What
Yeah.
should you do?
Short on rally to 1420 to 1430.
Okay, and Kkunal, very quickly, what's your sense on Indigo?
That's why at this level, my strategy will be like wait and watch.
Okay, so 3 different answers coming in on Indigo, so don't trade Indigo unless these levels are coming in. But with that, it's a wrap on today's edition of Hot Money. Let me thank all my guests who've come in today in this studio to tell you all the stocks. Thank you so much, Kkunal, Raja, as well as NS for coming in today. Our Speak You comes up next. Stay tuned to Bloomberg Quint.